if you're looking to gain muscle, you don't need to get fat, okay? Over the last 6 years, I've gained more than 25 kilos and I never bulked to the point where I lost my abs. I always looked lean. So, first of all, just to preface, if you're extremely lean and you have no body fat, you're at like 7%, meaning you can see all the veins, all the striations, then yeah, you're too lean to optimally gain muscle. The sweet spot for most people is around like 14 to 15%, which most people will have somewhat visible abs at that body fat and be healthy, okay? Now, for beginners, a caloric surplus of more than 500 calories per day, which means just how much extra energy you're taking in from food per day, will just result in extra fat gain and no extra muscle gain. So it's actually not necessary. And for intermediate to advanced people, it's more like 100 to 300 a day is optimal. All right. And then you might see these people who are really skinny who are saying like, oh, I'm trying to gain mass, but I just can't. I'm eating like a bajillion calories a day. Most likely they just don't know how much they're actually eating. Okay. They're probably not even in a surplus because yes, you do want to be in a caloric surplus. However, some people with very low appetites who are used to eating very little, they probably just think that they're eating more than they really are. And if that's you, then you should probably start tracking your calories to make sure you're in that surplus. All right. But for most people, if you just focus on the right foods, high protein foods and healthy foods, and you eat frequently and you eat until you're full, that will probably put you in the ideal surplus around there. All right. So it's not 100% necessary for everybody to track their calories in order to gain weight, but for some people, it could definitely be very beneficial. Now, there are probably some outliers to the maximum 500 calories a day surplus rule, which would be if you're very, very skinny and you're going through puberty, or if you're on steroids. Because in those cases, those extra calories would probably be able to be turned into muscle. But those are outliers, and for most people, that's not going to be the case, as we can see in the studies. So the next time somebody tells you that you need to bulk and get fat if you want to get big, they're just lying. And they probably just like food too much, or they just don't know what they're talking about.